Mr. Griffin will be giving the city council report.
Good evening, Alderman. I won't go through much of what our office does. I interact with pretty much all of you on a daily basis, so you're very familiar with what our office does. What I've done is I've looked through, and I'm going to the white pages, and I'm looking and anticipating some of the questions I would have if I was sitting in your seats, and I think hopefully I'll be able to answer all those questions for you. Starting at the very top, the personal services, of course, that is just what it is. That's actually filled out by OBM. Looking down at the 1200 series lines, there are a couple things that may raise a question. The 1218 lines, we had 380. We spent 250. We had to do so due to the fact that we had changed an alderman throughout the year, and we had to both then do any do paperwork, any pictures, etc. that was appropriate with that's changeover. We know at this point in time right now we have someone who may be considering a change in their field. We anticipate that could then possibly have those same changes, or excuse me, those same charges next year. So by anticipating those, we just put that $300 back in to be able to make it through that storm. The 1227 line, actually we left the same as it was, but what we've done is, part of this is the polk thing that's back there by our copier, where you can go through and access by address and or person. What we've done is we've cut that down. We've decided we're just only going to buy that every other year. We figured no matter what you buy, it is obsolete the next day because there's going to be some changes within each of the neighborhoods. But what we've done is we switched to every other year. So if in fact we could skip that this year if we want, so we won't plan on spending that money. We just left it to keep it consistent from year to year. Everything else on that page has stayed the same as we budgeted from the previous year. On the 1247 line, that was last year we used that. We budgeted 500. We didn't end up spending it all, but that was to actually repaint the office. Jeanette said that office had not been painted in the 14 years that she had been there. We did. Basically, we got that by paying for the paint, and then we had some of the painters on their off days that we got to use to help do that, so we had no labor costs associated with that. We're anticipating trying to do the same to do the conference room where the executive sessions are held in the hallway down to the office this year, and try to buy just the paint if we can do so again with just the paint expenditure. The 1501 lines was left over there from last year. That was to pay our portion at least of the chairs in the city council chambers here. If there was some talk about needing to redo the chairs in here because they were starting to come apart, and some of the aldermen's chairs are pretty bad shape, we just left that in there. But again, there's been, at least from my listening to discussions tonight, that we don't anticipate that's going to happen here, probably at least for sure not this year in these times. So thus that number could be cut out without any problem if you wish. The 1604 and 1605 items, I didn't know for sure what that was, so I spoke with Travis today, and then I know a couple of our computer people that are on the city council have talked to Mr. West, and that was a shared cost both in the EDP equipment and EDP software regarding the computers that are in here due to some Microsoft Office upgrades for some security issues. That's above my pay grade, but I think I know he's talked to at least given some information to Alderman Tylen and Mr. Alderman Hanauer, who understand this, so I'll lean on you for anything I need to know or not know about that.
Yeah, we need to keep that, unfortunately. We don't really get a choice. There's security issues, patches, things that the old computers just can't do.
Very good. There was a typo in the 1706. There wasn't anything filled out for budget 18, estimated 18, and requests for 19. Those were zeros. They just got missed as they came through, but those are to be zeros.
Any questions for Coordinator Griffin? Well, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Next.
Real quick, one of the things that we did find, the 1706 line, they forgot to put the zeros.
Yeah, he said
That's what he just said, Alderman Tyler.
Sorry.
That's quite all right. We understand. Again, thank you, Mr. Griffin.